be holding you tonight. Could be doing wrong, it's not doing right. You don't care about what I think. Well, I think I'd just stay here and pray. Putting you down, won't squid on deep. At least you know the way I feel. Take all the money in the bank. Well, I think I'd just stay here and pray. Hey, Heather, listen close, hey, you can't hear. But I like you back good in my ear. Ain't no woman gonna change the way I think. But I think I'd just stay here and pray. Just stay here and pray. Oh yeah, how's everybody doing? Sorry I was a little tardy tonight. I had my iPad, I plugged this thing in at like 6:40 and it's still dead. I guess it's yeah, I took it to Key West, Florida with me this weekend, and I'm pretty sure that much like myself and Pamela, it did not want to come back. It wanted to stay there. Maybe it is still there. It's just seems to be here physically, but it's not quite all here. It's just kind of how I've been feeling ever since I got back. I'm here, but this is not exactly. I don't think I've completely left the beach yet. I'm still. Part of me is still sitting there watching the sunset off of Key West. So, but I'm slowly getting back into the grind, gearing up for a week of catch-up. That's what happens when you go on vacation, right? Take 2 days off, you spend a week getting everything done before you go, and then you get back and you have to spend that next week, the first half of that next week, doing a week's worth of catch-up. That's kind of where I'm at. But Key West was beautiful and Mile-0-Fest was awesome. The lineup was great this year. I got to perform at Irish Kevin's, which was a ton of fun. So I got to play while I was there, and then got to see my boy Wade Bowen, which is one of my favorite, well, he is probably my favorite Texas country artist ever. So getting to see him perform was awesome. Kevin Fowler was there. I ran into him Friday night at Dirty Harry's. We were watching Brie Bagwell, and then didn't get to see him perform. We went to go grab some lobster. Seafood in Florida obviously is amazing, but there's a place called AB Lobster House, which is fantastic. So if you ever go to Key West, there's a ton of things to do, but I would definitely put that one on your list. So good news, I got the last of all of my tracks back today for the new album that comes out April 12th. We will be giving you little sneak peeks here periodically as we move closer to that date. Heather is done with her list. Alright, well, we're going to have to get together and chat about that and see what we're up against. Hercules! David, I thought you were supposed to be on your way to Costa Rica. Or is that not for a day or two? I forget. Everybody I know has been going to Costa Rica lately. I don't know. I've never been to Costa Rica, but I have at least 4 friends that have been in the last month or so. So there must be something cool to do down there. I think I've heard that the scuba diving is good. And I'm a huge scuba fan, but I've only been in Cozumel. And I did go in Key West last year, but I was not impressed. It's a cool place to hang out on the beach, but it wasn't really my favorite place to dive. I asked David if he was scuba certified, and he said not yet. I wasn't sure if that meant he was going to get certified while he was down there, which is possible. It only takes like 3 days. I did it my first time I went to Cozumel is when I got certified while I was down there, actually. Oh, and here's a little trinket I got, if you can see that. Mile-0-Fest, Key West, hey, hey. It was in our goodie bags. I was like, well, how appropriate. I'm gonna use it. I've never used it before. So, yeah, this song is one of my got back today. This will be on the new album. We put this out on the EP that we released a few months ago, which was really just a preview of 4 songs that are going to be off of the full-length 10-song album coming out in April. So we put out 4, just kind of a little teaser, and this was, there was, I wouldn't say acoustic versions, but a little bit more stripped down versions. So we have the fully produced versions coming out. So even the songs that you have heard, those 4 have been not re-recorded, but just kind of spiced up a little bit, filled out, I guess you would say. This is one called House of Cards. I love the way you look in morning light. It's painted like a portrait on my mind. And I put you on a pedestal. I built you a throne. The king I thought I was just a gesture all along. Thought we had something real, a love so strong. But that ain't how you feel. How could I have been so wrong? I made you the queen of my heart. Don't you remember who you are? And I can't believe the way we feel. Like a house of cards. I went all in and had a losing hand. I gambled with my heart, lost again. I never saw this coming, baby. I guess I was blind. Betting on it forever, that was never really mine. I thought we had something real, a love so strong. But that ain't how you feel. How could I have been so wrong? I made you the queen of my heart. Don't you remember who you are? And I can't believe the way we fell apart. Like a house of cards. Thought we had something real, a love so strong. But that ain't how you feel. How could I have been so wrong? I made you the queen of my heart. Don't you remember who you are? And I can't believe the way we feel apart. And I can't believe the way we feel apart. Like a house of cards. Like a house of cards. I went all in and had to lose it. Get nominated for Songwriter of the Year for that one, called House of Cards. I got that one back. I redid the very first song I ever wrote for this album. Let me rephrase that. The very first song I ever wrote, period. I redid that song for this album. And, you might have to drink guitar. And, what you call it? Re-put it, so I've released it previously, but this was like I don't know, 6 years ago. And so redid it, reproduced it, and put it out as a little surprise bonus track that's going to be on this album. Which I'm really excited about. So I got that one back today. I got House of Cards back today. I got As Long As She's Loving Me back today. And I got one. Oh, another one called Bar Hoppin', who no one's heard yet. In fact, we haven't even played that song live. And I actually wrote that song about 2 years ago. 3 years ago maybe. And we've kind of been sitting on it. So there's a couple surprises coming out on the new album. And yes, Heather, I do in fact have the turn guitar. Is that just a question, or a rhetorical question, or did you want to hear that song? There was a song I actually never went to radio with, but it was track 4 on my first album. And I had the honor of getting to sing this song at not only my sister's wedding, but she is also my best friend as well. So I got to sing this at her wedding, which was really cool for me. And since then, every time it seems like that I'm playing a show, and I don't know if she's coming or not, we played 3 or 4 songs. Songs usually somewhere around like 5th or so on the list. We'll start playing this, and then in walks Pam and my brother-in-law. Like it was planned, but it's never planned. It just happened that way. It's really weird. But yes, Heather, I will play it for you, just for you, doll. This one's called Turn. She's the warm side of whiskey, a half-empty drink that sits right along beside me. When this city sleeps, she's a secret I'll keep inside until the day that I die. She talks the biggest talk, walks a million miles since the day that we met. The first tears I cried. She's everything beautiful that I could ever need. And turn me up, turn me down, turn me inside out if you want to. Turn me up like a bad song that comes on the radio dial. You can turn left or turn right, just don't turn me loose. She's the dream that I dream while I'm still wide awake. The muscle when I'm stuck in the same place, just caught in a love's race. She could never know. And turn me up, turn me down, turn me inside out if you want to. Turn me up like a bad song that comes on the radio dial. You can turn left or turn right, just don't turn me loose. When the world's going crazy and life is a fight, we can sway to the left, sway to the right, take my hand and hold on tight. Turn me up, turn me down, turn me inside out don't turn me loose, and don't turn me loose. My request for Miss Heather, there you go. Renee, how are you? Got to see Renee. She came out and I played Fullbrook Ale Works a couple. What was that? Last month? No, that was in December. That's right. That was December. You're very welcome, Heather. Please, if you have any requests, feel free to throw them out. I have absolutely zero plan when I do this. Just kind of come here and be like, hey, I haven't played that song in a while. Maybe I'll play that. Or Heather goes, hey, play turn. Actually, she goes, do you have the right guitar for that? Because it is drop tune. Down half step. And it's already high, so. Randy Beal, what's up, buddy? Randy Beal will be joining us down in H-Town again pretty soon, or at least coming through and spending a little time here. Miss Randy, man, he used to live right up the road, and then he moved to Abilene, and that's worked out really well while I've been on radio tour, and I've had a place to crash, and heck, a chauffeur half the time, and a tour guide, and whatever else. Booking agent, all the above. But yeah, he's been up there for a while, but now he is he's taking another job, so he's going to be kind of bouncing around, and he will be coming through this way, which is cool. See, that would be D. That would be D flat. All right. See, this awkward tuning on this guitar messes me up. It makes me do math, and I do math all day long, and when I get home, I really don't want to do math. My brain is broken. But here you go, by request. Last night, she got my head pounding through the slow lights, but she's singing in the shower and I realized I said I'd take her out to brunch, but I know ain't no most gonna get the job done. My baby wanna party, she don't know Bacardi, the trunk got all the kicks she needs. When that lime is on the rim, and salt is on her hand, you know we're about to do it again. Fiesta, siesta, tequila, repeat. Fiesta, siesta, tequila, repeat. 3 sheets, ain't even time for dinner when she said she's got some honky-tonkin' in her, and I realize there, if I wanna keep up, I need a disco now. In the back of my truck, my baby wanna party, she don't know Bacardi, the trunk got all the kicks she needs. When that lime is on the rim, and salt is on her hand, you know we're about to do it again. Fiesta, siesta, tequila, repeat. 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 My baby wanna party, she don't know Bacardi, the trunk got all the kicks she needs. Hey, when that lime is on the rim, and salt is on her hand, you know we're about to do it again. Fiesta, siesta, tequila, repeat. Fiesta, siesta, tequila, repeat. Fiesta, siesta, tequila, repeat. Fiesta, siesta, tequila, repeat. By request for Miss Heather, there you are. That was our most previous radio single, Fiesta, Siesta, Tequila, Repeat. And yes, that will be on the new album as well. I know one that I was thinking about that I wanted to play. Again, this is your show, so anything you want to hear. Crystal, we missed you at Fullbrook Ale Works last month. Where were you? Got to see Eric? Did not get to see you. You missed a good time. That's a cool place. Actually, I actually had a blast there. I've been there a time or two. A friend of mine lives over there, and that's kind of like his, I don't know, neighborhood spot, right? I don't know. I guess I broke it, but maybe if you want to patch it for me or something, that'd be good. These things are expensive, right? So I haven't been able to replace it. And I tell you what, I have 2 of these, and I brought the non-ripped one to Key West, and literally I just did all the laundry, and I guess I left my tank top there, and then I pulled out my iPad, and it was dead. So then I had to go get my old iPad out of my car and try to do this on my old iPad, and it literally took me like 15 minutes and 3 times of turning it off, turning it back on before it would ever get, like, it would load Facebook, but it wouldn't load my artist page. I don't know, it was sit there and spin, and it was completely not cooperating. So again, I apologize for being a slightly tardy this week. Hey Sheila. Hey Sheila. I don't know if I know Sheila, but hey, nice to see you. Sort of. Nice. I'm glad you can see me. I can't see anybody actually. I do know that Facebook Live has this deal where you can bring people into the video with you, but I have never successfully pulled that off. Actually, I take that back. I was at a show doing on Facebook Live, actually from stage, and this guy sent me a request that he wanted to join my thing, and I was like, okay, whatever, that sounds kind of cool. So I hit accept, and it was some dude that I'd never met. He was just kind of sitting on his couch, and he was just watching me. I'm like, all right, well, cool, whatever. So we're playing. I'm actually on stage at a show doing this. And then he had some like TV in the background. It was like blaring through the video, and I was like, okay, thanks for stopping by. We're gonna see you later. Okay. Anyway, this is probably one of my favorite songs that I've released to radio that has outperformed everything I've done so far and prior to it. When I wrote this song, we immediately were like, that's going to be a hit, and we're super excited about it. We wrote it and then had it produced within like 3 weeks, because I was actually about to release the album like a week or so later, and I was like, hold up, put on the brakes, we're going to produce that song and get it included. And I'm glad we did, because it seriously was probably my best performing show. Yeah, I was going to say, I think you were actually on the Facebook Live for that. Anyway, this is a little song I wrote about a first date. It's called That Kiss. Was a poolside party, the kind that goes past midnight. We ran out of a Bacardi, started sipping that box wine. I swear he came out of nowhere, Cinderella in the sunset. Was a piece of lost here and there, not really sure what happened next, but I remember that Saturday night, full moon and the sky is spinning in the Sunday. I remember that wind in your hair, everywhere, me lost in a silhouette. I don't remember what I did to make you want to let me lean on in, but I remember that kiss. Yeah. It all changed in a minute. It never was the same again. Before I knew it, I was in it, so much deeper than I'd ever been. You were the one-hit addiction, the last kiss I'd ever need. If I remember who started it, it don't matter, 'cause you're here with me. And I remember that Saturday night, full moon and the sky is spinning in the Sunday. I remember that wind in your hair, you didn't everywhere, be lost in the silhouette. I don't remember what I did to make you wanna let me lean on in, but I remember that kiss. Yeah, yeah, yeah. that Kiss. So our current single out on Texas radio right now is a song that we put out as a tribute to one of my favorite artists growing up. I grew up in the 90s, and Mr. Daryl Singletary was a big thing back then. And there was a song of his called Too Much Fun, and I remember being a kid, and I had a little boombox with a radio and a CD player and a tape player. CDs were just becoming a thing. And I would sit there with a blank cassette and the tape with this tape deck on record, and would press pause, and then I would wait for just be listening to the radio. When I hear a song, I wanted to immediately take it off pause and record it until eventually I had this whole blank tape of songs I had scalped off of the radio back before we had Napster and Kazaa and all that good stuff. And now I forget how spoiled we are. I can go to iTunes or Spotify and just play anything I want to whenever I want to. And so that's pretty spoiled. With You, huh? You know, I was thinking about that one earlier. This is actually the title track. It's funny you say that, Heather. I almost opened with that. I had to do some Merle instead, but this is actually the title track off of my first album. This one did really well for me on radio as well. This is a song I wrote just about having fun. That's it. It's called With You. Drinks flow better when the sun goes down. Country music playing in the background. Life gets better when you lose track of time. Make a memory of what you do and what we want to do. So easy, like a summer Sunday. Chances I'm taking, rules I'm breaking. Small bells I will even as quick as you can. Love is for making, adventure I will brave it. Summer is for being with you. It's so easy, like a summer Sunday. Bottles scattered all through the house. My head's knocking to the beat of the sound. Got us dancing out of control. Right-eyed neighbors knocking at our door. Yeah, they were knocking. Tell me I'm taking, rules I'm breaking. Small towns I won't even as quick as you can. Love is for making, adventures I will brave it. Summer is for being with you. It's so easy, like a summer Sunday with you. Driving down the interstate, trucks loaded up, headed out to a place no one knows our name. Yeah, that I've taken, rules I've breaking, small towns I believe in, as quick as you can. Yeah, that I've taken, rules I'm breaking, small towns I believe in, as quick as you can. Love is for making, adventures I will brave it. Summer is for being with you. You're so easy. It's so easy. You're so easy, like a summer Sunday. By request. So we're a little past time here. I have a standing weekly call with my manager every Tuesday, and I couldn't really give her a time. I had to say after Tune In Tuesday. That's all I got. As I said earlier, there is no plan or no schedule for this. It's just kind of hang out on Tuesday night because it's Tuesday, and that's what we got. This is my current single out on Texas Country Radio right now. Miss Heather's been working hard, calling all those radio stations and beating on them and tell them, hey, play this song, we gotta go #1. Little tribute to Mr. Daryl Singletary. Too much fun. Little lights flashing in my rear view. Sheriff said, boy, I should've known it was you. You got 14 people in the back of this truck. I won twice and now I'm riding you up. Said, officer, what have I done? Smiling said, boy, you're having too much fun. Too much fun, what's that mean? It's like too much money. There's no such thing like a girl too pretty with too much class. Being too lucky, a car too fast. No matter what they say I've done, well, I ain't never had too much fun. There was a firefighting night at the stone to live. Me and old Bobby just had to join in. The next thing you know, we were both singing stars. They threw us out and closed down the bar. I said the fire was open, the night's still young, and we ain't never had too much fun. Too much fun, what's that mean? It's like too much money. No such thing like a girl too pretty with too much class. Being too lucky, a car too fast. No matter what they say I've done, well, I ain't never had too much fun. I'm a whole terror, a tornado. Wind me up, turn me loose, let me go. Yeah, too much fun, what's that mean? It's like too much money. No such thing like a girl too pretty with too much class. Being too lucky, a car too fast. No matter what they say I've done, well, I ain't never had too much fun. No matter what they say I've done, well, I ain't never had too much fun. Give me the reins and let me run, 'cause I ain't never had too much fun. And there you have it, our current single out on Texas Country Radio. A little tribute to the late, great Mr. Daryl Singletary. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Once again, I will see y'all all next Tuesday. So I think I'm off this weekend. We're going to do a band practice. You know what that is? I don't think we have ever done a band practice. Maybe once in like 5 years of being a band. But we're off this weekend, so I was like, well, let's have a band practice. Because I get kind of like get the shakes if I don't play for a week. You know, this helps, but but then if I go I go a weekend without playing, so I normally do this and then I do weekend stuff. So I gotta satisfy my my cravings or what have you. We're gonna jam out a little bit. So, anyways, after that, we do have some cool stuff coming up next week. Joy, I see you're on. Have you ever heard of The Shoot? I believe that's what it's called. That's in where's that? Bay City or somewhere near that? It's called The Shoot. I've never played there. I have been there. But that seems to be near your neck of the woods. So that's actually next Saturday night. Big Mike's on. What's up, buddy? You're here just in time. Good to see you. Hi and bye. We'll see y'all next week. Later.